I want to tell you, ladies and gentlemen, we as a people can choose the way we want to live. And all of us really want to live happily. But we don't know how. We have trusted in one another, and we've trusted in the things that we said we believed and carried ourselves daily to represent. But nothing that we have tried have brought the kind of satisfaction that each brother, each man could say, it's all well and done. So what is it, my friends, my sisters and brothers, that would enable us to say it's all well and done? What is it that we really want? What is it? Isn't peace good enough? What about prosperity added to that? Is it good enough? What about freedom? If you add freedom to that, would it be good enough? If you added joy and happiness to that, would it be good enough? And if you added the opportunity to live your dreams instead of imagining them, would it be good enough? If it meant that you had to suffer for nothing, would it be good enough? And if it meant that you rejected it, that you'd have to experience pain and suffering in your life, would you accept that? If it meant that you would have those that got and those that don't, would you accept that instead? Or would you accept the fact that there would be poverty and out of that come crime and violence? Would you accept that? Would you accept the situation that would cause hatred and racism and bigotry to exist? Would you accept lying and cheating, trying to survive as a way of life? Would that be satisfaction for you? Well, I'd like to say, ladies and gentlemen, if you haven't recognized that this is the life that we live every day, and every day it exists, it says that we approve it. And we will say, of course we don't. But there's a power that's bigger than us that's imposing it on us, and we have submitted to slavery. Would we say that as our justification for the hell that we experience every day? How dare you to turn your back on the power that makes you able to breathe, that makes you able to see and to taste and to walk and to scream and to excite yourself? I dare you turn your back on God like that and say you accept hell instead of being a man, of being a woman, or being just a child of the Almighty God, evidenced by the way you live and by the way you die. How many of you will dare to love like that? How many of you can? Every last one of you can. Will you? The opportunity always exists. But if you are bound the fear of death that will come upon you for standing up, that means you just absent the Spirit of God. And so there will be the time for perhaps you to see someone giving that sunlight to you. And maybe you can draw from it. Maybe, I don't know, it's not up to anyone to say what you draw from, or it's better to be who you are, and it'll take you where you need to go. I don't know, ladies and gentlemen. I thought I'd just take a moment because I see that the government in America, governments all over the earth, are abusing its people, but specifically right here where I'm at, I see the plans are to continue the frustration of pain and suffering that's being experienced in this country ever since I've been here. I don't see anybody even requiring that they solve the problem. I don't see white people, black people, men, women, Americans, or anybody else that's here visiting. I don't see anybody talking about, let's do this thing right. What's wrong with you? What's wrong with you? You are human beings, you grown people. What's wrong with you? You know doggone well this is messed up. And every day you go along with it just like it's nothing. And you preachers out there, let me just say something about you. You ought to pray sometime. Maybe it'll help. And be serious. There really is a God. And God is not asking you to plant a seed of $1,000. Come on, guys. You know better than that. But you have found people that will give up that $1,000 just because you told that lie. Ain't that something? Now, I know you don't want to hear that, but I don't want to have to tell you that. But there's a way of living that will bring success to the people who want it, and that is everybody. If we get ourselves out of the way. I think I better stop there. I want to thank you so very much, ladies and gentlemen, for giving me this your time. Once again, this is Eddie Marcus, spokesman and advocate of basic human rights for all people, saying, listen, God is real. God is real. Bye-bye.